What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, CEO, MTS Nutrition, Exos trainer and partner in Ambrosia Collective. Check it out, guys. So I wake up every morning, and I usually, no matter if I'm traveling or not, I like to keep consistency of the same supplement regimen and also eat around the same foods, because the foods I eat, I can get just about anywhere I go, either to steakhouse, an IHOP, a Denny's, whatever it is, I can make it happen. Now, my Drop Factor book is coming out. It's called Drop Factor Transformation Edition. It's coming out soon. If it's not already out, it depends when you're watching this video. But what I do is I center my carbohydrates post-workout and before bed. I'm not going to go into that, why I do that in this video, but it's in the book, and when I launch the book, or if it's already out, go ahead and read it in there. So first thing I know to wake up is I want 32 ounces of water in this shaker. So take this, fill it with water. I put in a scoop of machine greens, a scoop of Barracuda, a scoop of nectar, and then also a scoop of nectar. Well, that's what I put in, isn't it? Barracuda, machine greens, and nectar. So with that, I take my pills. I take 4 mental joules, 3 insurgent, 6 machine motion, and then 4 fish oil. The reason I take those, and I've gone over this in my video about my morning ritual, get my brain going, get my balls going, get my joints going. Fats are great for your brain, your body, your overall health, anti-inflammatories, all that. Machine uptake I take throughout the day, sometimes 1 per meal. It's a probiotic digestive enzyme. So that's my morning shake. First thing I do is I get that in my system. I drink it as fast as I can. Then I move on to breakfast. Now, breakfast is a protein and fat-based meal. I will simply grill up 5 whole eggs. That's what I've been having. I love it. Makes me feel good. Doesn't make me too full. And it just gets me going, gets me started. So then I get into the workout zone. Then I'm ready to train. Now, before training, there's a possibility I will have some protein and fat. It depends on when that training falls. For my training, I usually will have 2 scoops of MTS Nutrition whey protein with a scoop or a tablespoon or 2 of almond butter or peanut butter. Here I have almond butter. So that's my breakfast and my pre-workout. Then I move on to training. For pre-workout, I have Vasky and Ruckus stacked together. So I mix that in this shaker. I put that in the main compartment. Okay? Then I also mix my post-workout here, which I'm going to explain what it is in a little bit. In the larger shaker, I mix my intra-workout, which is simply machine fuel. 2 scoops, full shaker cup full of water. Now, post-workout, here's my stack. I take 2 scoops of overtraining solution, 2 scoops of carb 10, and 1 scoop of machine whey. That's 50 grams of carbs, 25 grams of protein. When I mix up my pre, I take both shakers with me. I drink my pre on the way to the gym. My post-workout, all of that fits right in here. So post-workout, I put that under here. I'm good to go. So I found my intra-workout in here. Post-workout, simply fill this water, dump it in. I'm ready to go. So I'm a post-workout in my system. Next thing I'm doing is I gotta eat. I need some food. I'm lucky to have a company called SJ Meals in the northwest suburbs of Chicago. sjmeals@gmail.com is their email, or sjmeals.com. Now, this is a big load of salmon. They give me this every week. I'll usually take that salmon and pair it with a vegetable, like a broccoli, and then I'll add 1 to 2 tablespoons of a healthy fat with it, like almond butter or peanut butter or a handful of these nuts. So that's my post-workout meal. That usually comes around, I don't know, 11 a.m., 12 p.m., somewhere in there. Next thing I need to do is I don't want a whole meal. It's probably about 3 or 4 o'clock, you know. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to have something simple. I'm going to have a sludge. What I do is I make a brownie recipe. And I'm going to link that down below in the related videos column. I take 2 scoops of MTS whey. I take 2 tablespoons of cocoa, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 cup of almond milk. I usually use the Kirkland brand right here. You mix that all together, you put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Out comes a phenomenal brownie, and I top it with whipped cream, because whipped cream can be used for many creative purposes. So that's that. Now, next thing I go is I have dinner. What's dinner? Basically this. SJ Meals salmon. If Katie makes some hamburgers or chicken breast or something, you know, I'll eat the meat. But generally speaking, you see where my thing is. I've already had 50 grams of carbs. The rest of my carbs are traced from almond butter and my proteins and stuff. So I'll have that. So I'll have that meal again. That's my dinner. So that's around 6:30. Now you might be thinking that's not a lot of food. It really isn't. Honestly, I'm not trying to grow that much. I maintain 240 with these calories. And if I ate more, I might not even gain. My metabolism's funny like that. So after that, dinner's done. It's like 6:30, 7:30, somewhere in there. Depends on when it falls. I got kids, depends on soccer practice. Next up, I go to my last meal of the day. Again, I'll have the same brownie I had for meal 4 or meal 3, whatever the hell it was. That's when I take my carbohydrate. Right here is one option. I'll have about 80 to 100 grams of carbs for my last meal. Now, I can explain this. The reason being, before bed, you're replenishing for the next day. You're filling everything from that day. I have my post-workout carbs to replenish the glycogen that was depleted post-workout. You know you need glycogen to replete your ATP, so I want that restored immediately. Protein, fat, my energy is completely level throughout the day. Now, carbs, when I eat a lot of them, they make me tired. What better time to take carbs than before bed? For leptin, for all those great things, it's great. That's why in the Drop Factor book, which is coming out, I have carbs post-workout and pre-bed. So I'll have 80 to 100 grams of carbs. For me, for that, 4 ounces of sweet potato is about 30 grams of carbs. So you can do the math on that one. Okay, so I'm getting about 12, 16 ounces of sweet potato. So I'll get this with that brownie, and that's my final meal of the day. Now, with my pre-bed, I take 2 pills of Tyrant, 2 caps of Tyrant, and that keeps my estrogen and cortisol in check. So if you look at what I'm taking here, this is a pretty simple diet. It's all healthy bro food. I rarely ever come off the diet. I rarely ever, even when I'm traveling, I maintain consistency. But if you look at the supplements I'm taking on a consistent basis, obviously I throw in other things. They're all health-based supplements. A lot of them, nectar, machine greens, machine motion, fish oil. Those aren't performance supplements. They help with performance. Overtraining Solution has something called Imulina in it, which not only makes you healthier, but this stuff is some of the healthiest things you could take for your immune system. Imulina is obviously just one of the greatest things ever. And everything here is based on health and wellness, except for the whipped cream. But nonetheless, you all gotta have some fun in life. So guys, that's what I'm currently eating throughout the day. So far, with what I'm taking, ever since I added an Overtraining Solution, to be honest with you, and nectar, I've noticed my body has a harder, denser look, and I'm staying leaner, and I feel a lot better. My energy's through the roof. Everybody around this area has the norovirus, the flu. Everybody's going nuts. Me, I'm doing just fine. I'm on flights at least 3-4 times a week, and I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. This is my diet basically throughout the day. I love fish because it has very beneficial fats. It adds to my fat intake, and it's easier for me to digest, but I do not stray from eating chicken, beef, and other kinds of meat. That's just usually what I go to because SJ Meals has the best damn cedar salmon in the world. Anyway, guys, I'm Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. All these supplements are available on Tiger Fitness. Again, the supplement part of this is there because that's a part of my day, and if I didn't put those in there, people would be like, well, what do you take supplement-wise? So, while some people are going to say this is all about selling supplements, so be it. I have bills to pay. But at the end of the day, this is the end of my day. That's not a game.